What's up, guys? Just Abstract Tiger. Zip of that. Let me try that again. Take 2. What's up, guys? Abstract Tiger Productions here. I am Chris.
I am Drew.
And we are here with another post-movie review. Obviously, we are in studio, not in a parking lot somewhere this time around.
Yes.
We had a interesting little outing. Going to see Eternals, which came out at the time of this recording Friday, which is the 5th of November. Yes. I remember that.
Yes.
So, here's the thing. This video is going to be kind of chunked up into 2. This first part is going to be spoiler free. This part is going to be up on YouTube. However, the second part, which is going to have spoilers galore.
Yes. Oh, so much to talk about.
Yeah, it's not going to be on YouTube. We're, it's going to be on Patreon. So go down and sign up to be a Patreon. Just $3 for our lowest tier. That'll get you all the stuff that's not on YouTube and whatnot. So it's all that, so go down and check that out. If you want to hear our spoilers on that, there you go. All right, pitch over. All right, Eternals. Initial thoughts. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, thanks. Because why?
Because I always go first, and I need to let you go first at sometimes.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that you're still trying to gather your thoughts?
No, it's not.
No. Okay.
No.
Because I'm still trying to gather my thoughts, so I was hoping you would go first.
Oh. We could just talk at the same time and have absolutely just, like, a muddled garbage audio. And I could put some sort of fake, like, subtitles underneath it, like... Okay, let's start with this question then. Should people go see this in theaters now or wait till it comes out for home release?
I would say go see it in theaters now. Only because if we wait until home release, this would have the potential to be the first flop in MCU history. None of them have lost money as of yet. Eternals could potentially do that because of 2 reasons. One, it is critically divisive. It is a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I can understand that.
Audience rating coming out of the theater was at 91 last I saw. That's not me throwing in my own thoughts. I'm just sticking with statistics as of right now. But for the purpose of continuing the MCU and getting all the movies that we're really excited for as Marvel fans, I would say go see it. Because with the shakeup of the hierarchy over at Disney, I'm afraid...
Okay, this is... okay, let me rephrase or add an addendum to the question.
Okay.
Barring everything else. Everything outside of it.
So based on my own personal impression.
Yes. Movie itself. I know mine.
It's dense. It's really dense. There's a lot of information to take in. This is unlike any Marvel movie we've ever had before.
Right.
It's a whole new DNA.
Right. And that may be the reason why it felt strange to me. It did not feel like a Marvel movie to me.
Yeah, exactly. And
this is, and my thoughts whenever I got out and we had a discussion in the parking lot. whilst not trying to get run over by other vehicles in the parking lot. and causing sorry, we're standing in the way. Sorry, let's move out.
I tried to stay close to the curb and we just kept migrating further towards the cars.
That was mostly because of my hunger drawing me towards vehicles. So, yeah. But
food.
Yes, food. I don't know. My initial thoughts my first initial knee-jerk gut reaction whenever I guess they announced that before they even had the trailer,
Yeah.
whatnot, it was, let me preface this to say I was never really much of a Marvel fan. I know really very limited about what the comics hold.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of the characters. That's about it.
Okay.
Some of their storylines I've had to basically absorb by osmosis.
Fair enough.
In a very condensed amount of time. I was not thrilled. And I think when we went to go see Shang-Chi,
mm-hmm.
they had the Eternals trailer before the movie.
Yes.
I was actually kind of hopeful after that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just my personal opinion, and I understand it's not going to be a popular one, probably. Mm-hmm. I wish I had not seen it in the theaters. I could have easily waited till it came out in home theater. Home
streaming.
It's back.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Fly it. Anyways. Okay. I hope that is not going to become a problem. They're going to just see me progressively get angry and not know why, because I'm going to be cutting all the fly incidents out. It's like, man, he really hated the movie. Okay, all right. I was not, and it's not that I didn't understand what the film was about or what their message was that they tried to portray it. It wasn't that.
Right.
It's like, I feel like it could have been shorter. Mm-hmm. Felt like a lot of the scenes that was in there drug on. I'm not going to get into it because this is a non-spoiler part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to keep this short because, well, time. Time is, a thing. Rar?
Time's done.
Oh, okay. I didn't see what you were doing. I just saw your hands move. Because I'm staring at the table here instead of at the camera, which I need to be doing. Hi, camera. People behind
People exist.
Yay. But, I mean, okay. I don't know. It was probably be better, it was better that, went with some people as opposed to by myself.
Right.
To see it. That helped.
You're welcome.
Ish. Yeah, you're welcome. Obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this video. You would just be here.
You saw Eternals without me?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I did not. Unless you fell asleep during the movie. I was concerned about it for a brief moment until the like the very first action scene. I was like, oh, okay. But because and it wasn't anything to do with the movie, it was just me just being really tired in general.
When you say the first action scene, are you talking about when they're first introduced or when it happens in present day?
I am talking about...
And that's not a spoiler because everyone knows there's time jumps.
Right.
Okay.
I'm talking... Let's see. After the... well, this is going to get into actual things. I'm not going to answer that question at this moment. We'll save that for the later part. Because it delves into the actual what's going on in the film.
Right.
A little bit.
So much happened.
But... it just, I don't know. It just seemed a little bit too slow paced for me. I mean, they could have cut it down a little bit. Probably a good 30 minutes.
That would have put it at 2 hours and 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could have. I mean, that's just me. And our tastes are going to be different on things.
Mm-hmm.
A little, that's just me. I felt like it drug in some areas, and it's just like, okay. And it didn't hurt. It didn't help that there was like 14,000 trailers before the movie. I was just like, and by the time
25 minutes.
Oh my gosh, there's another one we have to see. Oh god. Okay, this is a movie I don't care about. Or yeah, the only movies that I care about in the trailers that I had saw was Sing 2.
Oh, so good.
And let's see, what else was there?
There was Morbius. There was Sing 2.
Not interested in Morbius whatsoever.
There was Moonfall.
Moonfall, that seemed like Transformers Dark of the Moon went wrong.
More wrong than it already did?
Yes.
Yes. So, AMC has
and that movie is just like, yeah, they turned the moon into a Dyson sphere. Okay, what? No, not interested in that either. There was, anyways, a couple of others, but it was just...
Yeah, for full transparency, we went and saw it at AMC, and AMC has this contract with the trailer house companies that before each film that they show, there's exactly 25 minutes. Other places do 15, other places do 30. I've been in one that was all the way up to 45 minutes worth of trailers.
Oh
but AMC has a strict rule in their contracts about 25 minutes. So, yes, it is quite a few trailers, not to mention the commercials that are between the trailers. So, the Nicole Kidman one.
That was just... Okay.
There was an AMC commercial for AMC in AMC. Just... I'm not going to talk about that right now, because that just annoyed me.
Anyways, yes, that's not what this video is. This is... We're talking about the movie Eternals itself. Okay. All right. Having said what I said...
Yeah.
The storyline was interesting.
Yes.
It was not... it didn't really... I mean, it did grip me in some areas. And some things just like, okay, alright, this is... Alright, so what do they do now? Okay, this. Alright. Flashback scene. Sit through this. Okay. They didn't need to show that. Didn't need to show... Oh, not those.
I know exactly what you're talking about, too.
But what the main storyline was interesting.
Yes.
It gave me a little bit of a mix between Will Smith's iRobot with the one specially made Alan Tudyk robot.
Yes.
Alan Tudyk.
He's amazing.
The other person that you can get if Andy Serkis is not available.
Right. Right.
Alan Tudyk, the other Andy Serkis.
Well, we've already had Andy Serkis in the MCU, so.
Yes. He's lost an arm.
Yeah.
And then died. So, anyways. Yeah, okay. Let's see. We had majority of the CG was okay. There was a couple of shots that were just like, ugh.
Yeah, I noticed that too. There was one particular shot that I really did not care for.
Yeah, it's just and I don't know if it's the same one, but their triangle ship that they had leaving the atmosphere, it was just like that looked like something from the 90s. That was not Jurassic Park. That was not Jurassic Park.
I was thinking Stargate.
Okay.
It reminded me of Stargate.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just... I don't know. A lot of the issues with this day and age's CG is they have really stopped trying to sell the illusion of it being real.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why, if you watch Jurassic Park, which I just mentioned just a few seconds ago, holds up pretty well.
So good.
Because they spent so much time making sure the CG sold the illusion of them being actually there.
Yeah, and the animatronics too.
Yeah, the animatronics was also a good part of that too, but the way they were lit and a lot of things, other things, it just I don't know if there's anything really out there that was really kind of can hold that candle to.
Yeah.
Besides, it's like it's like if Colonel Sanders went into dinosaurs instead of chicken. Anyways, he was the guy who looked like Colonel Sanders. Anyways, Dr. Hammond.
Yeah, Dr. Richard Hammond.
Richard Hammond.
Spare no expense.
Spare no expense. Anyways,
same joke, 1 second offbeat.
I was kind of a little disappointed. There wasn't as much humor in there as I was expecting. Everybody except for Camille Nanjiani's character seemed to be perpetually depressed.
Yeah.
It's just okay. It reminded me of how antsy and goof and what's the word? I don't remember. The word fails. It's lost to time now. I don't know what the word was trying to come out, but it reminded me kind of like whenever the Doctor was stuck on Earth for an extended period of time without having to travel or being able to travel. He just kind of like, this is what time is like. 1 minute or the other. That's one of them. Yes.
Yeah, and then the one where he had to bunk with Amy and Rory.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That was a mini series that they did. Yes, that was between seasons or the half of the seasons. But yes. But yeah, and there was that. No, anyways, that was another one where it involved the Cybermen and the same guy from The Lodger.
Yeah. James Corden.
Yeah, James Corden. But I mean, it was. I do have to admit, the Camille Nanjiani's character, Krell. What was his name? Krell.
I'm still trying to. I was trying. As soon as you said his name, I was trying to remember it. Yeah. I can't remember it for the life of me. I remember everyone's name except for his, and that's because they only call him by his name a handful of times.
Okay, yes. But he was the movie star.
Yeah.
he
might be slight spoilers there, but there is a Bollywood scene in the trailer, so take that how you will.
Yeah, well, and it was interesting. Some of his quips and stuff like that was interesting. Was pretty funny and whatnot. Overall, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It has its issues. But it's not a bad movie. I wouldn't say do not watch it ever. I mean, obviously it sets up them things that's coming future-esque.
Yeah.
Maybe. It depends on what happens in the multiverse thing and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was just.
But other than that, I mean, the fight scenes, especially the ending one, was actually really well done. Was well choreographed. I really got a lot of vibes of Justice League.
Yes.
Just trying to stay as generic as possible is hard.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
One of the ways that people have been describing this, and it may go along with your thought process, I don't know if you'll agree or disagree with it, but one of the ways that people are describing this is Marvel's attempt at a DC movie.
I don't think that's what they were trying to do.
No. Do you agree with that thought process? Like the feel, the vibe, the texture, the DNA of it? Because even you just said Justice League, so that's what made me think about it.
Well, I mean, I'm just doing as a generality, not necessarily the movie.
Right.
Because it's more of an ensemble cast. Each of them has their own separate powers, which that's nothing. That's not a spoiler. That's trailer-esque.
Yeah.
But I don't. It just. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't believe so
I think
either.
it was.
But I was just
they were
wondering how
just
you were
doing
thinking.
another ensemble cast
Yeah.
movie. It just didn't have a. It felt a little more Thor: Dark World-esque, more serious. Because Thor 1 was great. It was even had for what it was it had some great fun parts, funny parts and whatnot. The second one was a little more dark, dreary, but then again, dealing with dark elves, apparently that's what they're all about.
Yeah, and the ether.
Yeah.
So.
Though it was pretty funny watching Natalie Portman slap Tom Hiddleston in the face.
You're not wrong. And
that was for New York. But
I like
anyways, yes. But I don't know. I don't know what it was about it. It just even when we went to see Shang-Chi, I could feel the Marvel touch on it.
Yep.
This didn't seem to have it. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know. Maybe it was some things behind the scenes that I was not aware of. It just changes or whatever. I don't know. I've made mention of this whenever we were in the parking lot. This is not what I expected the movie to be.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%.
So I guess having this, I'm going to make a preference. This is our I guess I'm going to end the non-spoiler part because I think it's going to be unavoidable from here on out.
Yeah.
Unless there's something non-spoiler-esque that you want to state. The music was pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say that. So it wasn't, and I'm one of those people who are a big proponent of, the right piece of music for the right scene.
Yeah.
Because that can make or break
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. Music, I didn't, have anything, and all the character, all the performances by the actors were phenomenal. They did a fantastic job, so it's nothing on them. I just don't. It just seems like something along with the plot or the pacing itself was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
It just was really almost jarring to a certain degree, and I tried to suspend my disbelief. As a content creator, sometimes you have to force yourself to suspend your disbelief in some things.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
In fact, I have kind of prided myself. It's like I can do that. I have found it very difficult with this one.
Yeah.
The fly is back.
So yeah. So my
Okay.
quick thoughts. I agree with some of the things you said.
Mm-hmm.
I had a expectation walking into the film, and then when I started seeing the reviews coming out and all that stuff, after the first trailer, I had a certain expectation for the film, and then when I started seeing the reviews coming out saying that it was dense, the pacing was an issue, and all this kind of stuff, I kind of had a mental image of what the film was going to be. What was in my mind is not what we saw on screen, and I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
Probably because you and I haven't really talked about film background in the context of we usually only talk about the things that are related to fandoms.
Right.
I don't know if you watch a lot of art house films.
I do not.
Okay,
I find them pretentious.
I watch a lot of art house films.
Sorry,
I make a big party about it. My favorite day of the year is my birthday, Christmas, and Oscars. So I really enjoy watching the art housey kind of movies. I enjoyed this movie a lot.
Okay.
This is if I had a way to critique it in just one sentence, I would say it's an Oscar bait Marvel movie.
Okay.
Because of the ensemble cast, the cinematography, the directing by Chloe Zhao, who is the current reigning defending Best Director, because she won Best Director and Best Picture for Nomadland this previous year.
Okay. I've never heard of the movie, but all right.
Yeah. No offense, I wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, okay.
It came out during COVID, and a lot of people didn't know what it was. But it's really, really good. But yeah, it just a lot of these things just came together. one of the things that I was most excited, being a Game of Thrones fan, was seeing Kit Harington and Richard Madden back on screen together. And then
that's Jon Snow and
Robb Stark.
Robb Stark, yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Jon Snow. Though it was weird.
He knew quite a bit.
That was weird.
Continue.
Okay.
It was weird.
It was weird hearing Jon Snow call one lady Cersei and knowing what that name represents in the Game of Thrones. It's like, ew.
Yes. I agree with you there.
That's odd, but okay.
The breakaway character, who is actually the main character, we follow the story through this character's eyes, is Cersei, played by Gemma Chan.
Yeah.
Who, this is not her first time in a Marvel movie. She was actually Minerva in Captain Marvel.
Minerva.
She was one of Jan Rock's team.
Oh, okay.
But she had makeup on and all that stuff, so you didn't recognize her.
Right. She was green. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. She was green, but
it's either that or blue. Or
she was blue with a green suit because she was wearing
Jan Rock's
Kree
colors. Kree colors.
But yeah. So she was definitely the breakout of this film. I'm not saying it's gonna be winning any Oscars. I'm not saying it's gonna be nominated for Best Picture or anything like that. But from an art house point of view, this was a very dense. If you're a Marvel fan, like he was saying, it doesn't have the DNA of a Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. But for someone like me, where I'm not just, and I'm not saying any offense to you, but I watch all sorts. The only thing I don't watch is horror. I watch all the movies that come out, regardless if it's animated or whatever it may be. I just don't watch horror. And so, as someone that is very...
Because nobody has common sense in those movies. If somebody would have common sense, they'd end in like 5 minutes, and then okay.
I watch slashers. I just don't watch like the jump scare, demon possession, those kinds of things. Those are the things I don't like. But I watch slashers all day long.
I don't even watch those. I'm very picky about. I'm pretty much stick to certain genres, and I stay there. Should we move on to the...
Yeah, but let's move on to the spoilers, because there's something I really want to talk about.
We're going to end this right here, right now. This is going to conclude our non-spoiler review. Not the spoiler review.
Yet.
No. So, if you want to go and watch that, head over to our Patreon. Sign up there. Like I said, the lowest tier is $3. Do whatever is in your own budget. Mm-hmm. Actually have a budget to begin with. I know that's a bad word in most people's minds, but it's actually very, very helpful. Mm-hmm. But, do what's within your means. We'll watch that now, and we're going to end this right here, right now. So until the next time, bye-bye and be blessed.